I'm really glad I never named any of my sessions after music. Oh no, now they can hear us now.
Okay. So hello. It is
Session one go.
Thursday, meaning it is time for King's Pyrite, a fool's gold campaign, and the cursed day of the week. Woo! So
It sounds
we're
like
gonna
we play
begin.
characters that offend gods on purpose. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So to begin, I'm gonna go around and introduce our players and our producer, who is Hellhounds tonight. You will see their wonderful commentary popping up around the screen. And let's bounce it over to, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Desrai.
Why do you hate me?
I don't. It's the DM thing. We choose who's not ready. You can ask the other DMs in the group. We all do it.
It's a fact.
But I need to complete this task. Okay, hi, I'm Ruth. Um, I'm. You can find me here today as Desrai. Um, Hot Demon will fuck shit up, lady. I don't know. Um, I'm here on Tuesdays as Exit. Sorry. And Sundays as I'm sorry. As Reeve. I was thinking Ren, but that wasn't right. And otherwise, I Discord channel.
We're off to a great start.
We hot potatoing it too.
Oh, I'm gonna pass it off to Encino.
That would be me. Hi, I'm Bison underscore Stonefist. I'm a regular contributor on this channel, not as much of late, but that's okay. On Mondays, you can catch me playing Jack, Not a Cop Aldridge on our Buffy the Vampire Slayer TTRPG game Grave New World. On Tuesdays, I run our Cyberpunk Red campaign, Carnage Heights, and I'm really looking forward to getting back to that. I swear we're going to get back to this one of these days, but life happens too often. Not anybody's fault. Tonight, I am Encino, our Dragonborn Paladin Ranger. He's the big damn hero of the group, and he's not afraid to let anybody know it. Next, let's go with his hetero life mate badges.
Howdy, folks. I'm a Pat Kyle. Trademark, but not really. They would sue me. You can find me here on Thursdays. You got the right day, playing everybody's favorite dad, mom, energy, saltiest, highest blood pressure bastard who still somehow manages to limp on, probably through a lot of healing spells he doesn't tell anybody he's casting. On Mondays, you can find me as everybody's favorite half demon stoner oracle. Yay, I'm starting a relationship and I don't know what I'm doing and I'm terrified king. And other than that, you can't really find me anywhere else except the Discord because social media sucks the life out of you. Over to Boulder.
Hello, I am Boulder, also known as Mudkip on the Discord. In addition to Boulder, I also have a familiar named Pebble and a tiny shark pup child named Onyx, whose size, I don't know. I haven't checked in with him for like a week, maybe. That's a different issue. Reason I'm kind of talking about Thursday as long as that's the only day of the week that I am here. Otherwise, I'm on the Discord. Great place, lots of conversations. If you're interested in basically anything, somebody's probably there that also is interested in that with you. Really, bottom line is just be nice to people, and we'll be nice to you back. Otherwise, we have plenty of mods, some of them that are here. We're all very nice people. Please don't cross us. We don't want to have to use our mod abilities. We really don't. We are willing to use them if need be. But that aside, I will toss it over to Luna.
Hello, everybody. You can only really find me here on Thursdays playing the lovable Luna Moon. Yeah, we're about ready to get into some lovely chaos. I am trying to force myself, not really force, but trying to get myself into wanting to play games with everybody on my own channel, which I'm hoping maybe I can get back into on Saturday. Otherwise, you can find me just like everybody else on the Discord. I'm not a mod there, but so that means I don't have those lovely little band hammers. But hey, I'm friendly. You can talk to me. I don't bite. I swear. Let's see. Let's send it over to Lucas.
Hi, I'm the Scarred Adventurer, and I do bite upon request. No, I don't. I really don't. I just wanted to. I'm a dick. Anyways,
I bite with reckless abandon.
Hey.
to start off with, you will find when I'm not here on Thursdays playing Lucas Alexander Warcrest, you will find me playing on Tuesdays as Red Death, on Wednesdays eventually as Fane and Samson, on yeah, Lucas anything for the bit Warcrest. That is accurate. Sorry, I got distracted. On Thursdays, you find me here as Lucas Alexander Warcrest. On Fridays, coming up, you will find me playing a thing. Yeah. Tune in tomorrow. Early in the day. It's not the same time as the rest of the
think it
shows.
says 4.
It's a
I
little
don't
earlier.
remember. I feel like,
I think it's 4 p.m. for me. And if it's not 4 p.m. for me, then I need to double check because I'm worried if that's wrong. So I'll double check real fast eventually. Anyways, otherwise you can find me on running my own campaign on Sundays as the great and mighty narrator of that game for the Storied City. Otherwise, you can find me working with the wonderful Tangor Productions, and I'm going to put all of their links in the. And someone also put the links in the thing. I did the wrong thing. I'm trash.
don't worry about it.
It's fine.
I screwed up. I'm kidding. Doesn't matter. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming over to watch us have this wonderful game of King's Pyrite. That's not my job to say though, so I will hand it over to the person whose job it is to say that. So yeah, take it away, Storekeeper.
Okay. So, oh no, I put away my notes. Oops.
Oh
I
no!
even reminded you about your notes.
Yeah.
You
I
brought them
know,
out.
I had it all out. Okay, our VTT is Roll20, artist from Hero Forge or Scarred's Fingers. Everything else is from the book, The Fool's Gold Campaign by Hit Point Press. Everything comes with the setting, including the music that you're hearing. It is by Dingo Doodles and Felix Einrich. I gotta put away the things because I don't need some of this stuff. Okay. As you all begin to fly into the sunrise,
Does this thing have tinted windows?
This thing has
Otherwise,
windows.
it's gonna be a little annoying.
it technically does
Okay, good.
because you're looking out through the ribs.
That's fair.
It's not really windows at all.
Desrai,
Yeah.
as the camera kind of moves out further to you
A slow pan out.
sitting with Fatelin as she lets you see what's going on. You got to see their test. How each of them were tested. And Fatelin sits with not Fatelin.
Vitalia.
Vitalia. Oh my god, wrong character's name.
I'm like, huh, is that another name?
No,
for
remind
her?
me
I'll
please.
go
If
with
I'm
it.
saying the wrong name, please do correct me.
I was just like,
Vitalia.
maybe
Vitalia,
that's
Vitalia.
a new
Quicksand,
thing.
make up a brand new NPC on the spot.
Nope, I'm not doing it right now.
Look, welcome to Fatelin, the
No,
little girl
Vitalia.
that sits on Desraya's shoulder for no reason.
So Vitalia kind of watches this. Do you want to go back?
Yes. I wanted to be there.
You know that wasn't a possibility. Not with your history with her.
What do you mean?
Part of what you see is the party defeat Bouclair in her monstrous form.
I wanted to be there. That shouldn't have been for you to decide.
And yet, when you first reached out to me, it became my choice.
And it was your choice. It was your choice.
I understand if you disagree with my choice.
And you already know that.
But please also know, I was worried after seeing how angry you got.
It's kind of my whole thing. Makes me stronger. Kind of helps.
I do not need my paladins coming back to me over and over again.
I
know
got more out of life.
I would rather that my paladins live. And worse, if I had let you see that Mercury Dragon, there was a chance you could never return to me.
And that was a sacrifice I was willing to make. I would have gotten to try.
There will be plenty of chances to try soon. Against
And how
even more
many more are you
dangerous
gonna
entities.
save me from?
If you wish I take a step back, I can find another champion. I will have to do some discussing with some other gods and goddesses, but I believe I can make it a possibility.
That'll work better for you. Works fine for me.
And you kind of see her look down at her alligator companion, look back. All right, then. You are back on the mech dragon, asleep. As what is everyone else doing?
Badges is making breakfast for everybody. And just for humor's sake, I want to say that he hears an odd sort of thump from the bathroom. That's obviously in the mech dragon.
It would there can be anything you guys want on here. It is ginormous.
Okay, no, this is perfect then. Badges is going to pause, set his griddle aside, go over to the bathroom and open it up and be like, was she here the whole time? Was it just a bender? I thought like her goddess snagged her or something. What? Poke poke.
She's such a light sleeper, she was awake.
Oh.
Looks at you. It's like, oh, yeah. She did snatch me. I'm back now.
Bridal party shirt.
Oh, well, welcome back. How do you like your eggs?
I'm fine with however you make them.
All right.
Protein's protein.
It's true. It's true. Within limits. Look, there's a character we don't actually have in this game because protein is not always just protein. But anyway, other than that, yeah, Badges is just going to go back to making eggs and some French toast because, you know, got a lot of eggs. Bacon, sausage, little mini omelets. He's pretty much anger cooking. Like he is still really angry that we could not, and he knows that they could not kill that Mercury dragon. Because next to Bouclair, I don't think there's anything in the world he wants dead more. And Bouclair is taken care of. So the list. What's everybody else doing?
Lucas is in. You said the dragon is enormous. So Lucas has found a small, like a training area, gymnasium, dojo, whatever it needs to look like to best suit your imagination, audience. Lucas is sitting on a mat and just kind of meditating in such a way, not trancing, but he's trying to like pull all of the aura that's just seeping out of him back into himself so it becomes less visible and just kind of calm down a bit because he's been having an unpleasant time. Oh, and the sword is inside one of the training dummies. There is definitely a sword sticking out of the chest. And for those of anyone who remembers, the sword doesn't have a stabbing point. It's a blunt edge. So he shoved that blunt side through. Yes.
Dog tax. Flopper.
Doggo tax.
Goodness.
And he hears a little voice that says, "What was that sound? Why am I looking in this direction and not the direction of the audience? Everything seems strange. Oh, hello, Lucas. Yes, it is good to see you again. It is I, Bernard." This isn't Bernard, this is Charlotte. It is I, Bernard, your friendly lion thing, bobber trickle thing. Yeah. How you doing? I'm gonna go back and stop talking for the rest of however long this thing goes on for. So, goodbye. So that's what Lucas is doing. Out of character. I'm sorry that my dog interrupted things.
We're gonna
Sorry.
need that dog interruption for where we're going, my guy. So we're more than happy to take it. So now that I've kind of taken over the scene, Boulder's what he started by doing is kind of available in case people had questions to start out with. Because he did say come morning he would answer questions. But it seems like everybody has personal things they're working through.
Encino was kind of like, I think, talking with Boulder a little bit, like in like the early hours of the morning, just kind of probably telling him all the things that he doesn't want the rest of the party to hear. Like the fact that he was there when the dragon was created. That this is his great shame. And he doesn't want anybody to know, not even Badger.
That's a funny tick of mine. Because it's jarring when I don't continue, apparently.
Oh, wonderful.
Yay!
Let's go.
Oh,
Yay.
Carry
Technical
on.
So we don't
Sorry.
get copyright.
carry on my wayward son.
That's the one that went through my head.
It's not even the one that was going through my head.
Except I have the version from the showdown in my head.
Oh,
Have you heard that one?
okay.
Oh,
We're
we'll
good.
get back to it. Hi.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah. So
We're
I
back
am
here.
the story keeper.
This is our
my-
Freaky Friday stream.
The body swap
My
episode.
Yeah, the
powers
body
have been
swap.
Oh,
taken
no, do
away
not make me
from
Lucas.
me.
Do not make me Lucas.
I
that's the
am
worst.
Lucas.
That's the worst. That's the worst
Oh.
insult.
Body swap episode for this would be insane.
Oh god.
Be
no.
so
Literally
hard.
me
So
going, I
scary.
am Lucas. Yeah.
I am Lucas. Look at why is the pain everywhere? What? How do you live like this, Lucas? I don't.
Same.
Oh.
So welcome back, everybody. We're
Whoa.
Yeah,
just
welcome to
as
Thursdays,
deranged as we
y'all.
were 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, so in short, Mulder and Incineroar were kind of talking about some Mercury Dragon things a little bit have passed, and then Mulder at least mentioning that he has the intent to at least stay in Kylandria for a little bit longer.
I definitely feel we are not finished here as well. But we are not the ones flying this thing.
Well, let's meet with the Queens, deliver our news, and then chart our path forward.
Indeed.
So Lucas's entire plan for sending a message to the Queens was a postcard that said they dead. Just
There are some things you gotta deliver in person, buddy.
yeah.
Like, you know,
But
a stab to the throat. Like that, yeah, I gotta do in person. You can't really mail that through the post.
No.
I mean, with
you
I wonder what
can,
this
but
says.
it's called it's a spring-loaded thing. So if they
I was
don't
gonna
open
say,
it
with
just right,
What?
it's just
the right enchantments.
What is Luna doing?
sorry.
I'm assuming she's in the control room just chilling, waiting for instructions on where they're going next. If she hasn't been told already. But she's basically flying the dragon.
Are you flying it back to Kylandria? Or
Honestly, she's
are you flying it to the Belling Wilds?
It depends on what the group has told her to do.
I think what we mentioned when we wrapped up last is that we are going to stop back with the Queens and tell them that her party was eaten and their souls are now part of a horrible Mercury Dragon.
So
Because who
if
doesn't
that's the
love
case,
news?
then she's heading back to the castle.
All right, back to Kylandria.
Eventually, badges will ring a little bell, a little triangle or something. Ding, 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 ding. Letting everybody know that breakfast is ready.
Lucas
The
will come
very
over for breakfast.
first time you've ever seen him, Encino picks at his food.
Badge is gonna go. Well, first he'll putter up and make sure Luna gets a plate loaded with all the goodies, and then he'll just plop down next to Encino and be like, "Bony bro, you all right? You're
Bony bro.
bony bro."
Bad memories. And the test was particularly difficult.
I'm sorry, my friend. I think I had it the easiest out of everyone.
You're too
Even
stubborn for illusions.
there's that too. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, there really isn't a lot I would have changed about what happened, and I don't think that everybody can say that.
I would have taken it all back. And I almost did.
Well,
Just want to see her again. Sorry, Lucas says that just it's I don't imagine it's a massive table we're all having breakfast at.
no, it's
So Lucas is overheard a little bit and just like under his breath mutters, I would have seen her. I would see her again.
Who?
Anastasia.
I see.
I'm sorry as well, Lucas. I can't imagine what that was like. Like seriously, I cannot imagine it, but I'm glad we all made it out. I'm sad we couldn't kill it yet.
She wouldn't have wanted me to leave you guys. That dragon. What an idiot. Piece of absolute. And you can see that as he's talking,
don't
parts
bend
of him
my
are like
fork.
beginning to. He's very. He looks. His body is being calm. You can see the aura beginning to become visible again.
Yeah, and shortly after the aura comes the crushing of the plate or the smushing of the silverware, and we don't have a lot of flatware right now. This wasn't exactly a catered dragon.
Yeah, Lucas will look and go, "Can I have sixths?"
Yes, you can. You'll load them
Me
up.
too.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of food.
And Desrai, that's been like her first time talking this whole breakfast because she's been eating and like off in her mind.
Oh yeah, the zone in Munch. I'm
Yeah.
familiar. Yep. Yeah, just keep
This is-
serving up.
This is a question. As the only other person that would likely have that aura, does Lucas sense aura similar to his now coming from the table?
Not as strong, but it is there.
I am.
So whose god
confused
abandoned
on-
them?
Oh, what? Does he say that
That's-
out loud?
All conversation stops.
Yeah, he
Okay.
says that out loud.
Badge is like, hold on, and he goes ahead and just casts gust just to move some dust bunnies. He's like, no, I'm so good. Although, so that was my goddess, but has the fragment of God that I apparently that Badge has absorbed been doing anything recently? Or okay,
Nope.
Your nipples seem to be pulling towards Lucas.
yeah,
Oh, that's
but
right, because that's where you all said they.
yeah, that's unrelated.
I missed
You missed a lot.
Yeah.
canon
Unfortunately.
lore.
Yeah, Badges will actually stop. We're just gonna go. I think I have too much God going on at this point.
The Great Mother always ensured we relied on our own skills.
Oh, I
Grants
left
her
mine.
gifts, but it's up to us.
There we go.
Bingo. All right,
Cool.
so that's
You-
2 apostates we've got now. All right.
Might need one of these things. And Lucas just pulls out a cape of broken oath. It is a small item that you can use to change your divine smite now to a necrotic smite. It's literally flavor. That's pretty much the most it does.
Okay.
Why do you carry those around?
Oh no, I'll never know when someone else is joining the club. It's
No,
like,
that's sick though. Everyone in the club gets one. That's neat.
yeah, I mean, everyone's looks different. And I say that, I mean, like, they all look the same. He just like opens his pack and you just see like cape after cape after cape after cape after cape. And he goes, it's just once you put it on,
So much variety. Wow.
once you put it on, it changes to your taste, so it looks the way you want it to look.
So many colors of black.
Yes, you see, there's midnight, there's charcoal, there's even midnight.
Nocturne
That one's
black.
called eclipse.
This
That
one's
one's
called
called Oops,
Ashes
I've
to
Made a Mistake.
Ashes.
This one is called the same color as my soul. This one is called just. Someone cut him off before he stops.
Okay, well, congratulations on your bag of hot topic, my friend.
A legendary item.
It's nothing but good Charlotte CDs and
There's some weird,
she's,
like-
Weezer
There's some weird
Oh
things
my
of
God.
these
yeah.
weirdly in the back of the store, like
and like
the back
80
of the bag. I
million,
don't know.
80 million idols to some sort of green alien.
Yeah, and not to mention some strange like it looks like it should be a skeleton, but it's just a round head with like a smile on it, and then it keeps going. This is Halloween, some weird event we've never heard about.
And now the Disney snipers are after us. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job.
But
I was just like,
All
I right there.
so anyway,
Look, that, I don't think just saying that phrase without the tune. I think we should be fine. I'm just saying.
You were in chat, Sarah.
Hmm?
Were you in chat?
No.
Thought I saw chat in your glasses. Damn.
That's not fair.
You were?
Oh.
Oh.
Now you can see my screen. No. Oh God, I need these for my
not
job.
well enough to read it, but you know, I can see why.
It looked like it could be Twitch, and I'm like, I got it one time and I didn't call it.
Yeah.
I knew she was in chat one time and I didn't call it, and that was my biggest regret. So now I'm calling it, even if it's just like a little
Are we
tickle.
there yet?
Matt is actually at that point gonna go. All right, so we've covered the
Hey, look, the castle.
lost to God thing.
Yeah.
We should probably decide by the time we get back on the dragon, at least where we're going after this. I'm not really interested in doing more quests for the queens. I feel like we've done enough here for the kingdom for now.
I still think we could have sent a postcard.
And
As-
oh, go ahead.
As you begin to land, you see that Kylandria is no longer as pink, no longer as glittery.
Sound of 80,000 vacuums are heard in the
As
distance.
Does it look the way it used to?
It is starting to look the way it used to.
Okay.
As you land, of course, the queens Dharma and Delilah, thank you, come out to greet you with Bucket, head of the guard.
Hey there, Delilah.
Badges.
Hmm?
This is. Do you want to say it, or should I say? Like, do you want to rock paper scissors? Like, what do you want to do for? This news.
Yeah, let's
Find them?
1, 2, 3.
Determine their fate.
Well, I guess I'll do it. They dead. Anyways,
Oh,
and he turns
Alright.
around and heads back onto the ship.
Just to put it, they went for the wish dragon. The wish dragon is not what you think. Mostly it tricks people into making wishes that it can pervert and steal their souls. It is not something we can kill, badly as I want to, because it is a magical wish dragon.
thank you for this information. We will make sure that no one else from Kylandria goes there.
I'd give information on how you could screw it up, but yeah, you don't have. If you have to go to a wish dragon for your wishes, you probably don't have the abilities to mess with it.
All right, thank you. We have nothing else for you. We're just cleaning up here.
Yeah, depinkify and desparkle as best you can. Some of that I'm sure is never coming off because that's the way glitter works. But
We
Craft
do hope
herpes.
to reconnect with the Bellowing Wilds, to have trade with them, and hopefully teleportation circles for the major cities.
that would be great. Question though, important question. What about the troops that are there who have taken over cities already or are sieging cities?
They will be coming home immediately. We have already sent out scouts to attend to those cities and bring them home.
I actually have a note.
Will need a great deal of assistance. You slaughtered most of their elders.
We are most apologetic that Beauclair did that. We will.
They
Try
will
to
return in
atone.
time.
Yeah,
But
I have a weird note actually about your tax policy.
You tell me.
Yeah. So, and then he goes into the treant village that moved into the Bellowing Wilds because they were being taxed too heavily by and that was pre-Beauclair.
That was
And
pretty
Lucas is
clear.
aware of this, and is now just going like over policy and things like, give me like 20 minutes. And he comes back. He give me 2 minutes and then 20 minutes of your time. He goes back to the dragon, comes back with big books and goes, start reading some of these, and we're going to go through some of your strategies and your how you govern. And like, I don't know what you guys are doing.
Jesus,
Look
Okay,
at
well-
you when you're
From all
talking about
that.
the treants, and mother and
Glenshire. Yeah.
father began pushing a little hard after Beauclair became their child.
Cool. We should still talk about this, and then we should, also talk about what in the event of, and balances and checks and balances and a bunch of other things. Like, you should not be solely responsible, because honestly, I don't think you're prepared for this.
Probably not, but we have to try.
Yeah. So 20 minutes. I'm gonna sit down.
And
Grab a table.
while Lucas is doing that, Badges is we're like, so everybody else, what are we gonna do after this? Do we go back to the Bellowing Wilds? Ruth or Des? do you have a goal now that you're your own person again?
No, I do want to see eyes and ears, though.
That's them.
That's them.
Oh,
That's
fuck me.
Dharma.
Those are the
and-
people that currently are being lectured by Lucas.
And
It's like
that's
she
one.
did not say that.
No, but you did, so that's one.
Yeah, Ruth. I'm here.
Hi. I just called you Ruth right before that, so
Yeah,
it's
I was in Ruth mode.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna roll to
So,
see how well this
Yeah, the
works.
people that you
Because I
want to talk
forgot their
to
names.
are currently being lectured on tax code and government oversight.
Yeah, I
government.
honestly just forgot their names. So I didn't clue into that.
Mm.
It's okay. It's been a while.
Hope it's alright.
We're professionals.
So,
Alright.
I guess
So after
Lucas is
Lucas is done with all of that, she'll.
Now I'm gonna leave you all homework. I want you to be sending me some message or whatever so we can discuss. This is important.
Lucas, do
And he
not
walks
assign
off.
royalty homework, please.
No,
because-
no. Only royalty can assign royalty homework. This has been the way of things, and also our tutors and things. Look, they get homework, and then he walks off.
Imagine like, don't do anything with the homework.
You.
So, Des wants to talk to them. Boulder
Yeah.
had something to say.
I mean, Boulder's around just trying to get the feel for what the party is interested in doing.
Badges is
last-
just gonna be like, look, we have the heart thing for Wizardly. We need the Banjo of Asmodeus for Wizardly. And I think there's still a crystal shard that we haven't found yet, despite all the crystal things that we found that I guess just wasn't the right one for Wizardly. So we got at least 3 more things to do for Wizardly that I would like to get done just so that's
Why
all out
is
of
he
the
so
way.
high maintenance?
He's
Because
bored.
he's bored and lazy.
This is what happens when you read too much.
If that was the case, then I'd be doing that.
You just gave
You
royalty
talk to your
homework because
sword, Lucas.
and the sword thing. There's that too.
Oh yeah. Hey, he just holds the sword and goes, "Hey, would you mind saying a thing or two to the only other person that can now hear you?" He's being a dick right now.
Yeah, well, I don't really want
then
to talk into my
Lucas-
nipples anyway. So
Lucas, you just hear, no.
but I don't hear no. Just
Nope.
so you-
But I just does not hear it.
Look, this is the guy with This is the guy with the things in his,
No.
I have no things in my anything. Thank you kindly.
Not-
He just looks at you blankly.
Yeah, I've got godly nipples now. Did I not share that with you guys? I think that's where the fragments that I absorbed
I
from
think I was away that
their
week.
majesties. Yeah, he's just gonna come just right out and say it. He's like, the fragments that I absorbed from their majesties when I restored their sight and hearing lodged straight into the. Yeah,
That sounds painful. But I'm sure you're ahead at the clubs.
What clubs? I don't go to clubs. Clubs have people.
Breach.
Anyway, Des, royalty talk.
She's gonna go up to them and just I'm glad you guys are free from that.
Sorry we couldn't do more.
Don't you dare apologize. I'm here.
About fighting back like you would have more times than we can count. And neither of us had the strength to do so. We were more worried about how it would affect the rest of the kingdom.
As you felt was your duty, and that's okay. You were looking out for the people.
We were trying to.
I understand. It was good to see you guys again.
And she takes your hands. Even though
she's
speaking
and like signing.
Yeah. And Delilah takes your hands. We have both talked about this. Please. Come back. We would like you as our advisor. Once you are done with this, we'd like you to come home.
I think I will. Once I'm done with this. Even if it takes a little while, I'll be back.
We look forward to it.
Me too. I can't.
It says finish your assignments by Monday.
Does Monday even exist in this world?
Lucas doesn't know. He's just holding up a giant sign behind.
Giving them a deadline.
And while he's doing that, Badges casts Skyrite above and slightly behind him, and it just says "Don't" with a little arrow pointing down.
And before they leave, Desiree is just going to give them both a big hug.
You return it as they are moved on to work on whatever duties they had next.
How to Princess 101.
Court etiquette.
All right, so now that that's been touched on, we should probably once again try to figure out what we're doing next. Like I said, my toss in the hat is finishing Wizardly's quests, especially now that we can get around a lot easier than we used to, and we don't have to cart that quacking cart full of mimic furniture around anymore.
You miss them.
I really don't.
I mean, he keeps mentioning them. I think the badge does protest too much.
I have my Mabbit. He's gonna open the bag and show his little mimic rabbit, and then stick a huge hunk of raw bacon in there. Let it go to town. Luna, you were saying something? Sorry.
Don't sound like it. Anyway, we need to figure out where we're going. I need to know so I can set the dragon up.
So you said we have the heart thing or the Asmodeus banjo.
Yeah, those are the other two. Besides the find yet another crystal, I'm really tired of four claimer ruins.
Yeah, let's not do that right now. That seems like a.
I say we go for the banjo.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was going to say.
Banjo sounds fun.
Bingo, what's his name? Oh,
Absolutely, Luna.
Absolutely.
What?
So, we need to head to Twiniver, which we haven't been to before, that I remember, and that means we're probably going to end up the heroes of Twiniver too, because every new place we go has a problem, and we end up dealing with it whether we like it or not. And then there's the statues, and
If I may, Badges,
may away.
I'm aware of your hesitance for us to split, but I feel like I have questions about why there are no signs of four claimers within Kylandria.
Aren't there? I hadn't seen any signs of them in the Bellwood Wilds till we went and looked really hard. But I don't know anything about Kylandria. Is that a thing?
What would I know of that?
Says Rye would know that you've heard no stories about the Four Claimers up here.
Mhm.
The first time you heard about them was when you joined up with this group.
But Encino's from Kylandria, and he always knew to watch out for the four claimers, kill them on sight, and stumbled into a four claimer ruin somehow.
Is this within like royalty thing? Like we're
No.
kind of within those walls?
This is not a royalty thing.
Fascinating.
All right. Well, how would we dig for that then, Boulder? If nobody knows anything about four claimers here in Kylandria.
Well, unfortunately, step one is not walking to town with 6 people.
I do not follow.
So were we to go all together to attempt to find news of or any hints of four claimer ruins, we'd be immediately met with suspicion, or should be.
Yeah, we're heroes, like it or not.
Not in Kylandria. Bucket made sure of that.
Oh yeah, Bucket did make sure of that. We did ask him not to. Huh.
I mean, granted, killing the queen may not necessarily sit well with everybody. Granted, they were not well received within the capital. There's more questions on how she was received elsewhere, depending on, as Lucas indicated, tax authority from the previous monarch would have been very different from that of a 10-year-old.
Yeah, but I don't think your average person on the street would know anything either. If there'd be anything, it'd be in like the Royal Archives, or I don't know. Is there some sort of
Is there a
wizard
grand
college
library?
anything like that in Kylandria?
Like where do people study here?
Where don't they study?
I say that.
Every province in Kylandria has a different magical study.
Yeah. Desirai's just gonna go, where don't they?
That
here's-
puddle over there?
No, there's a gnome in that puddle. It's got a book.
it
Aquamancy
does.
for Dummies. Huh.
Oh, gnome of the puddle, tell me your wisdoms.
Here's my problem though, Boulder. Every time we split somebody off from the party, or they vanish from this plane of existence for a while, usually because of a god, or they get into a bunch of
Fucking-
trouble and we get pulled in. to another thing.
Yeah, that wasn't my choice, by the way.
Oh, okay.
No, I figured it wasn't your.
I
wasn't your
couldn't
choice to
tell.
be.
As soon as I started that statement and then caught myself, I realized you would have gotten 2 quacks from me. I can't let that happen. I'm against this system, though, still, very much.
It has saved our behinds before. Several times.
Yeah, when y'all get me going, it's hard.
Yep. So
That's what she said.
Ooh.
Yes, let's go.
I should call her.
You should.
we
Might be
didn't
fun.
Other side of
we
the
didn't
hub.
part on good terms. Anyway, so
Yes, but that is what a treasure call is for. What? Oh, a booty call. Oh, I get those mixed up.
So, if there are a bunch of places for study here, I kind of feel like we should just go to one and just as a group see what happens. If you're right, Boulder, and they really were viewed with suspicion and nobody wants to help us and everything, well, then we can try, setting down somewhere else and just you or somebody else can just go and make some inquiries. But I feel
And
like
if we do have that happen, we should have someone who's more from Kylandria, such as you, Boulder, or you, Desraya, because an outsider from the Bellowing Wilds will be treated with more suspicion, and an outsider from who knows where will be treated with even more than that.
Yeah, I feel like they would be extra suspicious of either the person who's not actually great at charming anybody for information, or the giant, bony lizard folk, or the lovable husky, husky furred chaos gremlin that is Luna. Love
Wait,
you
where
like
was I
family,
in
Luna,
that?
but if we let you wander away, you would start fires or start cursing people randomly. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm very concerned. I didn't hear myself in that description of people.
I know. Never let them know your next move. So,
Would it bring you a heart if I brought another?
no, you can even take to do you and Des want to team up and go talk to people? Are you really certain that just 1 or 2 people is going to be better? Because if so, I will 100% get behind that. You guys will settle down. You guys can go. I'll smoke some brisket while you're gone.
I'm not good at talking to people. I'm all right, but I don't.
Yes, but you're both intimidating and incredibly attractive, and that tends to cause people to open up and say things they might not otherwise mean to say.
It really
Thank you,
does.
badges.
You're welcome. Scarouse is a debuff.
They're looking at my lower eyes, and I feel like that is something.
Look, a man looks for a woman's heart the first thing he does when they see her. It's not their fault that breasts are in the way.
Lucas, what are you saying?
He's
Nonsense.
trying to justify the look. And I just admit I'm a guy.
No, that is.
I'll admit
that is
I'd look at them too.
Well, see, there you go. Everybody looks.
Everyone
except maybe
does.
Luna.
They're wonderful.
Luna, look away, and he's just going to cover her eyes.
We'll explain when you are older.
I'm 15. Thanks.
Yeah,
That's
like I said,
definitely
when
not
you're
old
older.
enough.
Yeah.
Luna did survive the rite of passage, unlike another among us.
Look, that wasn't Dez's fault. Dez's god wouldn't let her take the rite.
You know what, Boulder? Quack you.
Taken.
Oh.
With respect.
Okay, so
So you're
Encino
certain that the
quietly
two of
sits
us-
down between Boulder and Desrai.
Hey, I was joking. We're fine.
All right. So, can one of you suggest a starting wizard college or Institute of Higher Learning or whatever it is for Kylandria?
Can I? And by can I? Hey, Storykeeper, this is information Ruth doesn't know.
You're
on the-
muted.
You're
the map
muted.
keys.
Okay.
Oh,
then.
you swore like 3 times during that exchange. I saw that.
That's
We
what
You're the
got
muting
only
three
one
for,
who would
Scar.
know what I'm saying.
We got 3 quacks though. 'Cause
Yeah,
we
I'm
called
counting those
you
2 quacks.
out.
No. We're not going to count what happens when we're muted, because otherwise we're all in trouble, all right? So let's not start that process.
That's fair.
Look,
That is fair.
Look, I am perfectly fine because I say my. No, I was about to do it on purpose. Never mind.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I will give you guys a 3.
Oh, no.
I'll be nice because somebody caught me.
So later.
15.
It's the people who didn't agree to the
16,
system who are the
17.
most bitter about it. Let us get you these.
Yes.
So yes, there is a call. There is one.
Isn't it crazy that the
It is.
2 of us who are against this system
Contribute the most
Oathbreakers?
quacks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that too. That too. But you know what? Shush about that.
Quack.
Shush the quack up about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there is one.
Yes.
Yes. When you knew about it, this was a small lumber town. But they may have information because they have people going out into the woods all the time and in more remote places. Called Amurin.
She relates
I will
that.
even put it in chat for everyone.
Okay.
Thank you,
Well,
because that spelling's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea.
I'm looking at it, my guy.
18 on the map.
all right. Well, I guess we're heading that way. There isn't any sort of stealth mode on this dragon, is there?
No. Not
It's
that I
a
know of.
dragon.
All right. Well, we're gonna
Just
have to.
oil it a bit.
If we're
Hair
going to
coloring it purple. Bucks.
I mean, someone can roll stealth. Your pilot can.
Oh, okay. I roll stealth then.
And then I'll
My
tell you how
concern is,
stealthy-
while we're trying to be somewhat inconspicuous, we're going to be rolling up in a flying mech dragon unless we like skim the trees and land far from the place, and then whoever's going
Well,
treks.
that we're trying to
Luna
get
ain't stealthy
information
at all.
from the exact reason that we're trying not to get caught.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if purple dragons aren't stealthy, then
9.
why don't you see purple dragons?
So Luna rolled a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Stream can't see rolls tonight.
Yep.
So we'll make
Oh,
sure to
sorry.
see rolls. It's okay.
I was gonna propose.
I
a
was
slightly
waiting.
more-
I was also waiting for people to stop talking.
So
Yeah, we don't do that.
no, it's not the stealthiest you've ever flown. Trying to figure it out. There's one too many wing flaps. Trying to get up. Things aren't. You have not found the Stelkin word for stealth quite yet.
That's why.
It's okay, Luna. We appreciate it. So who's going? Boulder and Dez?
I gotta. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'm messing with you.
Okay, it's like I don't know what to do here. I'm not. I know this comes as a terrible shock to everyone, but I'm not a people person. Lucas is very much not a under the radar kind of guy. Neither
No,
is
I come in
Encino.
gleaming
you
red
both, but-
armor. That's a terrifying image.
Stand out.
I mean,
from the immediate.
well, I mean, is this being said out loud?
Yeah, no. Badges is saying this out loud. He's like, and Luna
Oh.
doesn't do well in crowds and with strangers,
does-
which is understandable.
Lucas does actually go. I can kind of do inconspicuous.
I'm good. I'm good with people. It's a lot of energy.
It is.
Lucas
That's
takes
why
his
I'm
armor.
smoking brisket for when you get back.
Lucas does take his armor down to
Alright.
just be the arm, and then just a black set of clothes, essentially.
That's
Pants
half
and a
the deal.
shirt.
If you
Alright.
want to go 2, 3 would be the max then. 3. Boulder, do you want to do 2? Do you want to do 3?
I can do 2 a lot stealthier than 3.
Okay.
Good call. I can't be quiet ever.
Yes.
This thing
All right.
creaks.
Awesome. All right. Well, then you two are gonna go. Badges is gonna trundle the smoker out of the dragon.
And
Get it
Cino's
set
gonna look
up.
for good wood for the smoker because he's a
Appreciate it.
ranger. He probably knows how to do that.
Yep. And we're gonna get some brisket going, some chicken. We're doing up a whole barbecue here.
Oh, Lucas goes and helps hunting them.
So, okay.
So
Thank
yes.
you for telling me that. Is anyone else joining in the hunt?
Luna's chasing
give-
butterflies.
Okay.
Give me a second. I got a
Cino.
20 on my survival check for
Okay.
hunting.
All
A dirty
right.
20, not a nat
Alright,
20.
And
Okay.
Encino's,
I will.
21.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. Let's go. So, starting first
Ignore the dog licking my arm.
with Boulder and Desrai.
No.
So first, Boulder's gonna try to find a relatively inconspicuous place within 500 feet, within a 500-foot radius of the mech dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Figuring that some people have probably noticed our approach from the sky.
Yeah.
And then he's going to use Dimension Door to go to a safe enough location away from people.
Okay. Desrai?
I mean, he's going to take Desrai if Desrai accepts.
Okay.
Hmm?
So you're being dimension doored with boulders somewhere else to enter a Marin.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the easy way is going to be, there's going to be a couple people there.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
as you two begin to enter from, I'm going to effectively say you're on the other side of the town. And as you enter, Desrai, you realize Amurin is not the same town it used to be.
Mm.
Yes, there are still heavy lumber yards here. But now there are signs everywhere that are anti-werewolf. And join the werewolf exterminators today. Signs. You see now that there are many people that are here openly talking anti-lycanthropy things. And about how brutal they are as killers in these woods.
To put gently, I feel like they may have other things to worry about than well, Four Flamer temples, unless by chance they're talking about one of the those gem raptors as their werewolves.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, should we at least see what the claims might be?
I guess so, yeah. Might be useful.
Okay. Cutting back. Lucas and Encino. And because have you guys fully left the dragon or no?
Yeah, Badge is outside the dragon. He's not far from it, but he wheeled the smoker out and set it up,
Mhm.
and he's doing prep
And
work.
Luna, who are you joining? Are you
I
staying with
think she's-
badges?
I think she's gonna stay outside of the dragon, but it's just gonna be like chasing butterflies,
Okay.
Being a kid.
pretty much.
And Lucas and Encino, how far out from the dragon did you go?
How far is the prey?
Yeah, pretty much as far as needed. I mean, Encino is a ranger. He's not like he's.
Yeah. You both rolled well enough that you easily find, and I will say this, safe prey
Where's the unsafe prey?
back in the bellowing wilds.
These ones don't even fight back. Look,
kind
there's
of
no
weird.
tusks on that deer. How strange is that?
Yeah. And you see that? It's a regular elephant. No horns or tusks on it either.
None of these ducks wear hats. We should be glad for that.
You could make
Yeah.
some amazing elephant brisket.
And these rabbits, none of them have horns. Not going to come charging at us.
Heading back to Boulder and Desraya.
So I'm assuming we're together for our hunt as we
Yeah.
do this back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm seeing Encino and Lucas in like a hunting blind up in a tree. Like two friggin' rednecks.
Can either of us do ranged attacks?
I have some javelins, I think.
I mean,
So
your sword
do
comes
I.
back.
I mean, yeah, but only once a day.
That's enough to get him lined up.
Yeah, my plan was to strangle it by hand so I don't affect any necrotic damage to the animals.
I appreciate you making them edible. So what happens with Desiree and Boulder?
So, as you go up to as you go up to an orc individual who it's very obvious by like the patches on their jacket, they are part of the militia. And how do you approach this individual?
Good question.
Yes. Did we not? We didn't discuss this on the way over, did we?
No.
You said you saw it happen last night, right?
Yes.
You realize I literally did not sleep last night, right? This may not have been our best decision that we've made.
Yeah.
Okay, how about we start like normal people and just like
Mhm.
ask, do introductions. Even if we say that, we come from the capital, we're just trying to figure out how things are with the area. How about we try that route?
How
Don't necessarily promise to help them because
how
bros
the other
are
cities
sometimes
are
people
affected?
too. Yes. So like, the whole Claire showing up and disappearing, like finding out how that impacted the place first. And then we
Yeah.
may be able to, they may talk about the werewolf business before, during, or after. We'll find out a bit more of something.
Yeah.
Okay. This he was standing right next to us, wasn't he?
Yep.
Hello. I am Boulder.
I'm Desiree.
Who might you be?
Looks to his friends, looks back.
Oh, there's more of you. Beautiful.
Just call me James. That works. What are you doing here? You joining the militia?
We came for information. Mostly. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I mean, in short, if you want us to potentially join the militia, other than saying that you're against lycanthropes, which we have nothing for or against presently, I know, shocker considering all the signs around town. Let's just take a second, because we're travelers. We originated from the Bellowing Wilds, and during Beauclair's whole reign, we found ourselves trapped inside the country.
Yeah, she's probably the cause for the lycanthropes acting up.
Okay, so they're acting up.
It's been an issue for a while now.
How so?
We send out logging parties, they eviscerate every last one of them.
Okay. Have you heard of the beasts from the Bellowing Wilds?
No, and I have no want to.
Good. Would you be opposed to us accompanying one of these logging groups that we can get a better eye of these werewolves?
I don't think you want to. He looks you both up and down.
Why would you
Sir-
be asking if you didn't want to?
Especially to Desraya. He does a very long look up and down.
She just crosses her arms. What do you mean by that?
I mean, you're untrained.
You're looking at the one that took out Grash.
Yeah, the story I heard about that, I don't believe anyway.
Okay, cool. Nor do I believe your tales about werewolves. So, how are we going to start, believing each other
And
here?
what makes you tough quack?
Oh, okay. Let's step back here.
Oh.
Desraya's tall, so his gaze takes a while.
Sorry, I had to.
Yep, sorry, Ruth. I'm going with this joke. Well, I mean, I can take you back to my place and show you.
Funny, like you had a chance.
Figured I'd shoot my shot.
Save it for the werewolves, bucko.
I mean, I try.
Trying to
So how-
sleep with the werewolves?
So glad Lucas isn't here.
What are you talking about? What
Yeah.
werewolves?
You never had a shot.
Oh no, I had a sudden urge to scream that suddenly from the top of the trees. What's happening?
These trees are doing something to me.
I've got this weird urge to make shushing motions, but nobody's around to shush.
Except Luna.
Except Luna, but Luna's being a good kid,
But
chasing butterflies.
yeah. I want to do that.
All right.
Did you not spend the night hunting werewolves?
We do, but
Okay.
we normally train our recruits for a month.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
I'll admit I haven't known you for a month that I'm aware, that I remember, but
There's a cabin north of town. Take it, and we'll get your training started. I'm not sending out adventurers coming for a thrill.
I did kill Gresh, though.
Sure, honey, you keep saying that.
anyway. So a cabin to the north of town. Is there a key to get in? Or do we need to break in?
It's been empty for years. No one uses it.
Cool.
And
So I will head that way.
and
Unless
James kind of just about faces and gives Desrai a wink as they walk away. Lucas,
if you trip him, I won't say anything.
Sorry.
She just looks at him and goes, "Stop." Furthest thing from interested.
all right. I'll tell my sister.
Dude, you look like a horse kicked you in the face. I'm not interested.
Being wingman.
Look,
to his
most
sister.
most orcs I see have cheeks that can crush walnuts. Yours, pancakes. Sorry.
And
You're not
as
there.
she was talking to him, and he responds, she goes, "Eyes up here. I will punch you."
And I'll probably like it.
That's an invitation if you want. I don't.
Desrai
He's not
Roll
worth it.
for initiative.
heads off.
Okay. I mean, I'm not surprised the werewolves are thrashing these people if this is their militia.
Lucas?
When we're
Oh.
far enough away, like out of earshot, Desirai's just, what stops us from like just going?
Going where?
Just like
Leaving?
following in one of these trips
I mean,
instead of going through training.
nothing really. I mean, realistically, we're going to be at a cabin tonight that's supposedly abandoned. We could just leave tonight after we check back with badges, because if we don't return by, dinner time, he will probably come and try to find us, or burn the town where it stands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or he will lift it up with one hand and suplex an entire town and continent.
Yeah. What a special guy.
Cutting back to Badges and Luna. As you guys are kind of setting up and cooking, and Luna, you're having fun, roll me perception.
Is it
18.
perception? Nice. Is it perception related to scent in any way?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I get
So
advantage.
roll,
Oh,
both of you
not that
roll
I
me
needed it.
advantage. Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking
So
18
18.
to 23. Badges, you smell it immediately. You're being watched. Luna, you catch it too. There's someone watching the both of you from the forest.
Badges be like, Luna, can you come here for a minute? Help me with the potato salad?
What potato salad?
You'll like it, especially because I don't put raisins in it. If you put raisins in it, I have a blowtorch for your kneecaps.
I don't like raisin.
Yeah, exactly. So then he's just like, somebody's watching us. Do you feel that? Okay. Yeah, Badges is going to. Got a couple different options here. He's going to send Birdle a little wandering. Because Birdle is just a big thing that, wander around and he'll know what's going on with Birdle. And he'll get his little bag and whisper, like, hey, Mabbit, there's somebody watching us. Do we have a rough idea of what direction they're in? Okay. It's like, you're muted.
They're coming from town.
Oh, coming from town. Okay. He's actually, if they're coming from town, I possibly don't want to unleash you on them. So here's some ribs. They're not cooked yet, exactly how you like them. And he's gonna tuck the Mabbit away. The Mabbit is not for potential friendlies. And after a minute, he's just gonna be like, all right, just be ready to throw fire. I know you love that. To Luna, just be like, I know you're there. If you want some brisket, it's not going to be ready for a while.
You see two people come out. Yeah, they're loggers. Come out of the woods. Sorry, we saw a dragon.
Oh yeah,
Over?
yeah. That's just our
Oh.
conveyance.
Interesting. How did you all? That's
Well, we
one
found
is
it
a
in some.
half elf, the other is a half orc.
We found it in some ruins. It took a little tinkering, some elbow grease and whatnot, but we got it working again. So it's what we've been wandering around in.
When the other one's, the half orc's eyes go wide as she's pointing at Luna, terrified.
Don't worry, Luna is harmless as long as you don't attack her. Otherwise,
Werewolf?
she'll not a werewolf.
I wish I had a message or sending or something. I would have sent a message.
She,
Hus-
like myself,
husky.
is a splice. He's like, look, you're not yelling Vector in terror or anything, so just simmer down. She's
Okay.
a splice husky, and she can and will make things explode if threatened. So let's not do that.
All right.
I good girl, I promise.
See,
Okay. Werewolves can't talk, so we're okay then.
I'll be right back.
werewolves. There are werewolves around here.
You all haven't heard? The logging the
He points
The
to the
town-
flying dragon. He's like, we came in on that and haven't been in town. How would we hear about the werewolves?
we Amur in the town that you're parked by, we're having a massive werewolf issue.
Oh,
We've been
Oh,
told not to go out into the forest unless for our job or if you're one of the hunters.
well, we're definitely not hunters. I'm also not worried about werewolves. I can see why, a logging village would be, though. You say there's a lot of them?
They've been causing a problem for a while.
How long has this been going on?
Couple months at least.
Couple months. And did anything strange happen before they got all riled up? Anybody find any strange ruins or something out in the forest?
No. They just
Hmm.
didn't like that we were, building a town here. And they started to attack us and she actually moves her sleeve back and shows a horrific scar all the way down her hand. I barely
Oof.
survived an attack myself.
Oh, go first. She's gonna wander over to take a look at it. Does it look really healed? Like,
It's healed.
is it
it's just
causing
gross
mobility issues or anything?
No.
Okay. Well, here I would ask a question. Were the werewolves here first?
I actually don't know that. We moved in after the mess with Bouclair happened, and
And is no longer a problem. At least no longer a.
oh,
Oh yeah, they probably haven't spread word of that yet. Yeah,
No.
Bouclair is no longer the ruler of this land. It's actually back to the, well, now Queens, the Twin Queens.
well, that's useful. That's good.
Yeah, that's good news there. But all right, so how long has this town been here? Like, when was it started?
A couple months ago, we're still, a couple years technically now.
Well, here's the okay. So was it originally a logging camp, or was it always
It's
planned
always
to be a
been
town?
logging.
Okay, so it was a logging camp, and then it started to expand into a town.
Yes.
And around the time it started to get big, is that when the werewolves started to get?
From my understanding, I kind of moved here not
Okay.
that long ago.
Well, I am not a fan of colonizers, so that's a difficult position. But then again, and there was nobody came to town saying they represented the werewolves and tried to say this is our land or anything.
No.
They're all just feral monsters.
Yes.
Hmm.
Every full moon.
But you're safe outside of the full moon, or you're still getting torn to shreds when you're going out into the forests, even when not in the full moon?
Full moon is when it's the worst.
So it's not just the full moon.
No.
And they attack in werewolf form even when it's not in the full moon.
Correct.
That's weird.
They're adults. We know that.
Yeah.
We haven't seen children.
Well, no, you probably wouldn't. If they're not intelligent and working like a pack, they would keep their young away from you until the young are old enough to actually get in on the action, as it were, or they'd have them out just hunting for food.
Just be careful tonight. It is a full moon.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's actually really useful. I'd kind of forgotten that. That's good. That means we can capture a few of them.
If you are still here, please make sure that you have secured yourself.
I appreciate the concern. I will say that some werewolves is like down here on the level of the stuff my party and I've had to deal with, but I do appreciate the concern, and I would more suggest that you make sure that you're safely in town when the full moon happens.
I will be. Thank you. As they both leave. If it wasn't obvious, they were just checking because they
the
got
dragon.
curious.
Yeah, I got you. I can't send them with a plate yet because I'm still cooking. You can't. Oh well. And I don't have sending or anything, so I can't message Lucas and Encino about it, or Boulder or Tez. So it's gonna be like, well, Luna, if we do end up going into town, I feel like we'll have to do a little explaining, but don't worry, they'll find out just like we did that you're actually a very good girl and not any danger to them as long as they're not jerks.
Okay.
Cutting
Till,
back.
till then, I be good.
Yes. Yep.
Cutting back to Lucas and Encino. You guys have
Boy,
caught
it
enough.
sure is
If you
nice
want
here
to-
in the unsuspecting Glen.
You guys have enough. You could go back.
Are you satisfied with this? Like,
Whatever
should
we bring,
we
God,
like
just
stack
make
up our
more-
stores a bit more?
For what we have, we will be fine.
All right.
Back to the dragon, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Can either of you two roll me perception?
Perception.
Yes, we both can. Mine's gonna be crap though. Yep.
Yeah, you see nothing.
I got a
With
15.
a 7. Remember to call out your rolls, y'all.
Oh, I got a 7. Yeah. With advantage, I would have gotten a nat 20, but no, I didn't.
I got a 15.
Okay. Unfortunately, neither of you guys see it. As something dark darts behind you.
Would passive perception help in this at all?
No?
No.
I got my passive perception. It wouldn't matter.
No. Yeah.
It's so nice to walk in the woods and not have to worry about being attacked.
I know,
Melandria
right?
is
Like
such
it's so.
Peaceful place these days.
Especially after we threw that coup. Love that. But I do crave for some violence. For soon, my pet, I shall feed you the world.
Stop touching me.
That's right, and Boulder.
Hello.
As you finally
up?
get to this tiny hut, best I can explain it is like a studio apartment. There is a bed, a fireplace, and 2 windows. If you want, you can also
Is it an
roll-
outhouse situation?
No, it's a studio apartment.
So
No,
it's
it
in
is
the
a-
kitchen, right in the dishwasher. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny little hut. You can
Take
Yeah,
a
I'll have
look
you guys
in.
do it too. Roll perception.
If you guys want a picture, you can take a look in the
Bye.
in Discord in the Zoom chat.
This is about to be a thing
18.
of beauty for the record. For a 5.
Okay.
Do you roll automatic disadvantage for this?
That's right.
There's a reason I have disadvantage.
He's
Never mind.
Because a stupid dragon kept me up last night.
Right.
Desrai, you actually see it first. There are deep scratches all throughout this house. As you begin looking around, you hear a skittering in one of the cupboards. And when you open it, a family of raccoons runs out.
Well, the scratches on the wall I don't like.
What scratches?
The ones all over the walls? If I point specifically to one?
That's not paint. All right. Gotcha.
No, there are scratches in the walls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the place seem safe?
Enough? And
Wondering if this
Go
is
ahead.
someone's home?
I mean,
with
they
that
said it was.
with that perception, this place is abandoned.
The same as my passive perception.
My
Okay.
passive's worse. Don't worry about that one.
So it might be a good idea to do some blocking.
Don't we? I mean, the problem with blocking does is still got to go to dinner.
Yeah.
Do we?
But
you
I
think
mean,
have enough-
like, we're staying in here.
tonight, yes.
As you hear from behind you, are you new here?
Yes.
Hi. You look down and you see a small, a young orc child behind you, with two very large axes off her back.
Have you been here the whole time?
Long enough. And she looks up to both of you all. I'm Vicky. It's really nice to meet you guys. And are you guys new and part of the militia too?
Not part of the militia, no.
You were accepted in the militia while those two? These guys are stupid.
Nepotism. Calling it right now.
Right
I'm
now,
not
I
allowed
just
to be
want
in
to
the
nap.
militia yet. I'm too little.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I mean, we're probably about the same height, buddy.
I'm like majorly looking down.
Dez is the giant here.
Yeah, and that's who she's kind of looking up at, just like.
Actually, I think he might be taller than me, depending.
But yeah, are you staying the night here?
I'm not
More
sure
like
yet.
it's not yes.
Okay. Everyone talks about the werewolves and how it's dangerous, and Granny says that the hut is really dangerous because it's really far out from town, and that new trainees shouldn't be in the hut. Even though James puts them in the hut, they shouldn't be in the hut.
Why does he put the newbies in the hut?
He finds it funny.
Of course he would. He really is that kind of guy.
Granny
Are you
says a lot of mean things about him that I'm not allowed to repeat.
Maybe to his face.
understandable?
But not to anyone else.
Is it just you two? Or do you have more friends? I don't have any friends.
That's.
I mean,
I came
Badger's-
out there for a moment. I was just about to be like, that sucks.
I mean, Badges wouldn't object if we brought another.
Yes, you would.
I mean, considering that as far as we know, we've been told to sleep in this person's house tonight.
The hut's abandoned.
Who will abandon it?
Goats.
All right. Then why should nobody dwell in it tonight?
It's the full moon.
And yes, it's a full moon next to a town that's terrified of werewolves.
That's why no one should be here tonight.
What if I told you? I'm not worried about the werewolves.
You're probably the first person that I've ever heard that, because I don't like the werewolves. Granny says that they got rid of my mommy and daddy. I don't like the werewolves.
I don't think any of us have parents in this room. I'm also tired, so I'm not being a little more blunt than I probably should be.
Shouldn't you be getting home?
No, not yet. Granny said that I have to go do a few things, including she said that there was a thing in the south that I need to go check, because she said that it could really mess up things, and I need to go make sure that it's not gonna mess up anything, because she can't move much now, and I have to do her job for her.
Okay. So where would you suggest we go for the night?
Do you have somewhere safe? Like your own house, or
We're travelers.
Not a tent. Not a tent. Tents are scary at night. I don't know, but
What is your grandma sending you to check? What's in the south?
the south.
What's up with the
apparently
south?
Something really big flew over the town, and then it landed somewhere, and she wants me to go check it.
Okay. How about we check it with you, because we're heading to the south for dinner anyway.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. We'll go check the south together. Will I meet new
Here.
friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Will they like my axes? And she pulls them out, just like they're weigh nothing. And she goes, "This is slashy and this is smashy."
I should mention
I'm
before
sure one
we
of
get,
them will.
I should
Okay.
mention before we get there, so I'm running a little bit on him. One of our companions is part husky.
What's a husky?
It's a type of dog.
I like dogs.
Okay, but our friend is on 2 legs and looks like a dog.
Okay.
Their name is Luna, and they are a friend.
Okay. As you guys head back, I'm gonna say for story reasons, Boulder, Desrai, and Sino, Lucas, you all make it back to the dragon with before sundown.
Well, I would kind of need Lucas and Encino to get there much earlier than that because they've got
Oh,
the
true.
extra
Yeah,
meat.
you guys
Yeah.
probably end up earlier, and then Boulder and Desiraya
And Vicky.
come with Vicky
Yep.
back to the group.
Okay. Yep. So everything will have been cleaned and dressed and spiced and smoked and roasted and
Nice little.
As they're walking, Des slowly looks at Boulder and just mouths, I don't like kids. But mouthing it. I was saying it because
Roll perception. I don't know.
Desiraya, you roll stealth. Boulder, roll perception.
oh, actually, I don't think my stuff is.
This should be fun.
Are you wearing heavy armor? Because that's disadvantage.
I'm not wearing armor.
Okay. You have an 11 to figure out what to do with.
Okay.
18.
Cool.
Y'all are good. Vicky doesn't catch it.
I'm too tall.
Goes
She
right
can't even
over
see
her
my
head.
mouth.
Badges will have shared the whole werewolf talk that he had earlier with Lucas and Encino when they get back.
Werewolf's a poor game.
I mean, I'm weirdly prepared for this. Like, he looks at his sword, which has been silvered. Weirdly prepared.
Yep. So
We
I'm
encountered
thinking
nothing on our expedition.
Nope, everything was lovely in the forest of
Amorin.
what do we come up with as a name for the forest? Pleasant glades
Berend.
and an unsuspecting attitude.
so. My thought is, if they attack, we need to try and keep one alive. See if we can either reverse the curse and figure out what's going on here, or see if they revert with the sun, so we have somebody to talk to. Not necessarily because I want to solve this problem, but because they might know about any full claimer ruins or something, since they probably range a large portion of this forest.
Yeah.
As you guys are talking, Boulder and Desiraya come up. And first thing that happens is Vicky sees Luna and freezes.
Okay, you know the person I was talking about, Vicky?
Yeah?
This is them. They are friendly. They are Luna.
Not a werewolf?
No, not a werewolf. A husky.
Much worse.
Hi, Husky.
I'm Vicky. Hi, Husky.
Hi, Luna.
Desirai's holding back words because, shockingly enough, do you hear the sarcasm? She doesn't like kids.
What is that cursed child doing here? I don't say this. I don't actually say this. I'm being very clear.
She
I'm
came
not
to
saying
check
this.
out the mech dragon.
Oh,
She was being sent for it anyway. Sent to
Hi,
check
Apparently,
it
I
Vicky.
out.
said that out loud.
I'm not I don't think very highly of anybody who'd send a child to check out what could be a dragon, but
Granny can't walk. So she sent me to check.
What does your granny do for? What does your granny do?
She can't walk anymore. So I have
No,
to
what
take
does
care
she
of
do
a lot of stuff.
before? What does she do before?
Oh, Granny used to help with taking care of kids and help with baking and help with taking care of the village as a whole.
And how many months ago did she stop being able to walk?
Like 2. But it's okay. I'm big enough to take care of it.
Yeah, you are being tasked with the werewolf keeper job. I'm saying this straight up.
Werewolf keeper?
Yeah, there's a reason the werewolves are attacking now as of the last 2 months, and your granny can't walk anymore as of 2 months. They're very clearly connected.
well, actually, the werewolf attacks didn't they happen before 2 months? How long did they?
They've been a little bit longer than that.
They've
Oh.
been a little bit longer
Never
than that,
mind.
so
I retract my statements that I said.
I went there with you
It's
for a
okay.
moment
Retcon
because
that.
I'm always suspicious of old people and children.
Always be suspicious of old people and children. Hashtag truth.
But anyway, well, Vicky, as you can see, he's gonna tonk on it. It's not a real dragon. It's just something we ride around in. It's not going to attack the village. It's not going to help the werewolves. It's just what we
Okay,
fly around in. Luna pilots it,
that's cool.
and then Badges is gonna start plating up food for everybody.
Vicky, have you ever met a werewolf or
um,
seen a werewolf?
I have to go. I have other things to do to make sure that the town is safe. But thank you.
Do you need any help with that, Vicky?
Child should not go alone.
I'm okay. I am very quiet, and Granny has taught me how to as she says, be stealthy. Shh.
Well, before you go, Badges is gonna cover a plate. Take a plate with you. Nobody leaves hungry.
And she takes it and puts it into a bag that she has been carrying this entire time.
Cinematic.
Bag that was always there and always part
Is
of
it a
this
basket?
narrative.
It's not a basket, it is a bag.
And is she wearing a little red hood?
No. As but she does
People
take
knew
it
where I was
and
going.
yeah, I did. She takes it and almost dashes away from you guys after hearing the questions from Lucas.
Yeah, she a werewolf.
You also just gave a kid the third degree.
Yeah, I don't
child,
trust
strangers.
kids.
Yeah.
It's not about liking them. It's about trusting them. And honestly, no, every
You shouldn't
time
trust kids.
I
That's
have
the
met a
thing.
child in this world and in other worlds, they are always devious little quacks.
You were one once too.
Yes, and I know that. I was a terrible child. I cut off my brother's legs. It was
I'm
not a good time.
surprised.
I was dead as a child personally, so
Yes, and see,
I had a
none of
good
us are well
childhood.
adjusted.
And I had a good childhood and my parents are alive. I
Okay, all of us are
It's-
unadjusted except for Badges.
I was just gonna say, it's like, Badges, it's not nice to brag.
I'm not trying to brag. There was a problem with the argument that was being presented. But regardless, here's what
Have we as people ever met a child that was not evil some way?
Yes, I've met a lot of them,
Me.
unfortunately. Besides Luna, I have
Me.
met a lot of them.
Luna, you're a teenager. I'm not counting you as child. I
Lucas,
counted you as kid,
Lucas,
not child.
be kind.
Are
That's all
good.
We're dropping
Yes,
this
you're
line
wonderful,
for-
Luna. I'm not trying to say anything.
Bonk.
I'm gonna get up, Big
Mm.
Steve.
Child is evil.
I'm going to get up, Big Steve. So, guys and gals and other, this is what we learned from a couple of lumberjacks who came out here before the child to check out the dragon, because obviously we did not arrive very stealthily, and this attack started a little over 2 months ago. The town started as just a logging camp. It has slowly grown, but it wasn't until there seemed an actual push to make it a town that the werewolf attacks really started happening. The werewolves, of course, haven't tried, at least according to the people I spoke to, haven't sent anybody in human form to try and make any sort of contact to try and discuss what's going on here. I'm pretty sure the werewolves were here well before this logging camp, so there's a whole sort of encroaching on territory thing that I'm not super comfortable with. But at the same time, I know werewolves tend to be evil and single-minded in their desire to tear things apart. So when we're attacked
That's only
tonight,
fan-inflicted.
we're going to have to, I would prefer if we can try and keep at least one or two alive, so we can either see it's a curse that we can break and figure out what's going on, or see if they revert when the moon sets and we can see what's going on.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's a good idea.
I do not think
Yeah.
it is wise to antagonize or frighten the locals. With a side eye to Lucas.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I don't think any of the locals have done anything against us yet. Because he hasn't heard anything about this terrible orc person.
Badges was
So
just
he's
about to be
perfectly
like,
fine about them.
Oh,
so what did you guys find out?
Their militia's incompetent.
Oh, dear, they're all
yeah.
dead.
That's not
Fucking-
shocking.
Oh dear.
I got that.
Of course you did.
So, anything else, or just that the militia's incompetent?
I mean, other than all of the anti-werewolf posters around town, which is probably the best thing they're good at doing is making signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they ask you to be in their militia?
Technically, they offered, but
Their
wasn't
guy
accepted.
kind of proceeded to both insult me and objectify me, which was
So, did you
a really
kick?
interesting and infuriating combination.
Did you kick him in the fork so that he can taste his own balls in his throat, or is that?
Yeah, that's we should know. Also, what was his name specifically? He pulls out a little list and just,
no,
what was
was an
his
orc
name?
by the name of James.
James
Not that,
underlines and
I'm
puts.
sure if you wanted
above-
him brutalized, you would have easily done it yourself. But if the chance comes to inconvenience him in painful and embarrassing ways, I'm absolutely going to take them. So nobody
Oh yeah,
screws with
me
my party.
too. But
I don't know.
also,
I mean, we
at
can.
the moment, I
I
would have
can make
been
my sword
giving
attacks
him what
look
he
like a
was
werewolf
asking
attack.
for, and
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so everybody is kind of handing out the plates of his special rub brisket and ribs
Look at-
and
Wait, do you do? This is an out of character question. Do you do the dishes yourself, or does someone else do the dishes? Like, is it on a rotating thing?
what do you mean? Like like the rotisserie?
No, I mean like a rotating schedule of like who's doing the dishes tonight.
Oh, Badges usually just does them unless somebody else volunteers.
I think at some point Lucas may have suggested a rotating schedule of just household chores for the dragon, so it's Lucas's turn to do the dishes.
Yep. It's your turn to sweep the dragon.
Likely.
God. All right. Nope, that makes sense. But anyway, he's handing out food and he's like, so
I think
are we
Lucas's
gonna-
argument would be, I'm not the one that sheds everywhere.
That's fair. To a point. But so the question would be, are we going to just button up the dragon and just kind of hang out till they attack? Or like when you guys were out in the forest or when you were in town, did somebody see like a good spot to sort of hunker down and draw a lot of attention? Because that's what we want.
yes.
Well, I mean, do we have a map?
Oh, wait, Des, you've got...
Apparently, James, we were told of a cabin. It's got horrible scratches all over it. So if we wanted to attract that attention, I think that would be the perfect place.
So they have
Why
a
were you
murder
told of
cabin.
this cabin?
Hmm?
Why were you told about this cabin?
Boulder?
No,
I'm
sorry.
telling the whole story here. You gotta help me out here, man.
My guy. You don't understand this pain right now. I just want to take a nap, my guy. Sure. The murder cabin was supposedly like some hazing ritual for the new members of the militia.
Okay.
Hazing. See,
Them up a
that's
little
where I'm going to
bit.
have a problem, because if you're trying to build a militia, you don't put them in a cabin where they're going to be brutally murdered by werewolves.
Look, I've already put him at the top of my kill list. What do you want from me? Badges. I mean, what? This is a normal list of people that just...
Why is he on the top? You probably have.
Yeah, I've still got the Mercury Dragon at the top.
No, this
is
one's actually
bold
more-
and
this one's more-
underlined.
Oh, I
Bird.
understand. My point is more the fact that this is something that he's sending innocent people to their death because he thinks it's funny,
Well, let's make sure that they're
which is
actually
worse
dying.
than a Mercury dragon that is
Let's make sure that first they're actually dying.
If it is
or
a
turning
prank,
into the
then it's a
werewolves
joke.
themselves.
I mean, or it could be a bunch of jack quacks. There you go. Jack quacks who, like put some fake claws on their hands and go out and plot the walls and howl when it's not a full moon to screw with the new recruits. I would like
Did
to
you
make
that
sure
child?
that this is happening before we actually murder the guy. Right now, I just have him embarrass him until he needs to move and change his name
No,
on
no.
my list. But
This is my actual area of. He's essentially a general. This is not the exact equivalent, but he is sending his people to die for no reason.
You feel a clang on the back of your head as Encino looks at you and says, "He is a guard. It's a hazing ritual. They're being pranked."
like I said, let's make sure that we know exactly what's happening before we need to murder this guy. If it's
I'm
just
getting
hazing,
prepped.
then it's just hazing and he does not need to die. If he
We'll
is
find
sending
out.
them to their death, have at it. At that
Good.
point,
Okay,
I wash
as
my
long as
hands
we're
of
on
it.
the same page,
I want in on it though.
I'm fully convinced.
Yeah, you can hang him up
That
by his
he's
ankles
sending
and play orc pinata with him until he stops moving. At
So
that
where
point,
is
I
this
do
cabin?
not care. But first,
Oh, in the
everybody
middle of
eat.
nowhere.
North side. of
Luna's
town.
finished her plate already and is just gnawing on a rib bone. Shadow's gnawing on a rib bone also.
Thank you, Luna.
Then do we keep the dragon here and spend the night in this murder house?
It seems like the
And
best
I've slept in
call.
worse places.
Even werewolves might hesitate to attack what might be a sleeping dragon. So
Right.
murder house, hell, I can shapeshift into something tiny and hide so it doesn't look like there are a bunch of people.
I mean, I'm sorry. I know I keep interjecting with terrifying things. This is an actual thing. We should probably, and I'm a little loath to say this, we should split up some people so that we have some people at the murder house. We have some people in places where they can guard the town in ways. In case murder
Well, they
cabin
didn't
isn't
say
the
that
only
the
place they
town was
attack.
getting attacked. It's only people who've gone out into the forest who've been attacked, like the loggers and such.
Then we should get some places where we can set people up in key areas because we're not going to attract all of them to one place.
I think if we do it right, we can attract most of them to one place. If you
Do have
want-
all this meat.
Yep, we've got meat, we've got offal, we've got viscera. We can make some lights and noises. We can have a whole full-on werewolf party if we really want to have a werewolf party, and that should guard the town pretty well.
Why
Are
are
you
you
telling
trying-
me, Lucas, that you don't want to mow down wave after wave of furious, clawing, angry enemy?
I'm saying that more people are going to survive if we don't do it that way.
Why are you
But
trying
sure,
to become
let's do it.
heroes?
What? No.
Well, look,
No.
my
Look, innocent death is stupid.
there's that. I'm also saying that, they told me, the town wasn't attacked. The only reason that this place might be attacked is because it's far from town. The only people who've been attacked have been people who have left town, like the loggers and scouts and such. So we don't need to guard the town currently. I think
Alright,
they're
then let's I don't know, murder wave. Let's do it.
and the reason that I want to get involved in this is not to be a hero. It's if these guys are cursed or if they can be changed back, I gather that they roam a whole territory out here that nobody in this town has seen. Acres and acres. If they're like wolves at all, then they're going to have a wide-ranging territory. If there are a lot of them, they're going to have to feed that many werewolves. And if that's the case, and we can get one of them back to human, assuming they have a human form, we should have a wealth of knowledge about what we're looking for. If there's ruins, they should know. Hell, they might den in some ruins. So I don't want to be a hero. I really don't want to be a hero, but at the same time, if we can help these people and get the information we're after, because I got the feeling they don't go far from here anymore. They haven't for a long time. Then the people who did go are dead. So I don't think they have any useful knowledge in town, really. This is our best bet. Does that make
let's-
sense? Am I talking out of my quack here?
A little, but let's do it.
Does anybody not want to do it? Last thing I promise. I'm sorry. Just put that out. Does anybody not want to get involved in this?
I'd love to kill some things.
The town needs
That's
defending.
what,
Well, better
Okay.
than us.
I'm
I'm in no shape to defend a town.
And you may sleep.
Take a nap.
Yep. You can nap while we're
Have a
waiting.
little
sitting
lighty
prepping
down.
stuff. Yeah. Little cat nap.
You're a
Dwarf nap.
dwarf. You'll fit in the carry-on.
Luna,
Okay.
what are you doing?
She's just listening in on the whole conversation, mostly just agreeing with them. She's like a little bit confused on top of it all, but doesn't want to, go against the crowd.
Yeah.
So if they're wanting to go ahead and do this little trap, whatever thingy, she's on board with it.
If we go to the murder cabin and lots of things try to murder us, we are going after that dude as well. Just saying. That is my caveat
Oh
for
yeah.
this.
Oh yeah.
As
I look forward to it.
so Boulder, you go to take a lie down. Desrai, Encino, Lucas, Badges, and Luna. You begin your walk to the to the hut. And as you do, you begin to hear sounds of something moving around in there as you get closer. Who opens the door?
Yo,
No.
want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know how to solve this.
Ah.
Ro-
Okay.
Rollies,
Three,
you guys.
two,
You can't.
one.
Rollies.
Rollies
roll.
is best.
Yeah,
Just roll
okay.
a d20.
Just roll.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna pick rock anyways. That's what I do.
Just roll.
I'm
me-
sorry. That's what I do.
D20.
Oh, I rolled a d6.
Okay.
I'll roll a d20.
Okay, then just both of you roll a d6. I don't.
Whatever. Who cares?
Who opens the door? That's all we want to know.
All I need to
It
know
could
is
be both of
Luna
you. It
opens
could
the
literally
door.
be
Luna
both
opens
of
the
you.
door while you
19.
two are arguing. Oh no. Nope. Dez opens the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His card falls while trying to run ahead to get the door.
No,
I
And
just-
Lucas does is like,
I don't know.
Lucas. Yeah, I'm gonna say Lucas.
Please don't make me start prone. I don't want to do
No,
that.
I'm not gonna have you start prone for next session.
You're
But
going
when you
fast enough
open
that
the
you
door-
skidded and just.
You see a small jet black fur covered werewolf chained to the floor. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Hold it.
Stop! You're under
I'm just-
arrest.
I'm just looking at. Knew that little girl was a werewolf. I knew. And he just walks away, frustrated.
Thank you so much to all of my players. I'm very excited to see what you guys do with Vicky. Because
I
technically,
knew it was the kid.
you have a werewolf that you can test to see if you can unwerewolf it. You got what you needed.
You know, you can't.
It's a curse.
Still.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's one of those
I'm
weird
sorry, I'm
curses.
gonna
that
say this
doesn't-
discard. Now I know how you feel when I kept pulling death. I was like, shut up about her being a werewolf, please.
I'm just. Look, the clues are all there. It makes perfect sense. Why is no one listening? This is frustrating.
It's because
Uh,
not everybody knocks on the fourth wall like they think it's a door.
I
Yeah.
wasn't knocking on the fourth wall. This was Lucas literally going, she's clearly a werewolf. Like what we've heard werewolf things. Sudden small child shows up out of nowhere. Always the children are evil. Come on. This is historically.
She's not evil though. I'm going to tell you that right now. Kid is not evil.
No,
And
she's
they're always
not.
suspicious. I don't care. Lucas thinks they're all evil, but that doesn't
Thank
matter.
you to Bison. Thank you to Bat Kyle, thank you to Solar Dasher. Bleh. Thank you so much to Mudkip, Nick, and thank you so much to Ruth for being here tonight. I'm very excited to see what you guys do with this turn. Although Lucas,
He's gonna
He's
get
just
greeted
angry.
through a
He-
window if he doesn't.
Oh no, he's just
behave.
angrily like sitting down, like outside the cabin, like no one listens to me.
thank you to Hellhounds tonight. As always, I'm gonna have to watch the VOD to see what happened on screen. Because no, I wasn't looking at stream.
Only because we can tell when you are now.
Shush. You might be. You're still the only one who's gotten it right.
Hmm?
The only other time Ruth got it right was a 100% guess. I still don't know how you got that one right.
Because you were looking off at something.
And then
You were
giggled.
muted and you started laughing.
Oh, okay.
And as you were turning back, you tried to make a quick recovery.
Okay.
That's usually your tell.
Yeah.
Yay.
The recovery.
Thank you to chat. As always, I couldn't read your comments, but I thank you for being here. And thank you to those watching in the future on YouTube or the VOD. I know we ran a little bit late tonight. I think that's partially
And
because
it's my fault. I'm
uh,
sorry.
the ADHD was strong tonight in all of us. You watched up to here. You must have liked it. So please hit the bell, subscribe, and do all the things to know when something goes out. We are live
6 nights a week.
6 nights a week. Six nights.
As of tomorrow, it'll be 6 nights a week.
But that's not a night. That's a day.
Well, afternoon depends where you are.
True.
We're around 6 days of the
Yeah.
week. Just come and see us.
And as always, please be nice to each other. Night, y'all.
Night.
Bye.
Good night.